I got about 2,000 hairs on my hairline and 1,000 on my crown and 2,000 on my hairline. You can't tell I've had a hair transplant. You can't. I'm on set around professional hairstylists and high definition cameras that shoot in 8K. 8K is so big. Hi, I'm Kyle Paul. I am an actor and I do social media, and I got a hair transplant from the HairFree And HairGrow Clinic.
There goes a directing legend.
Dude, you made it! Ebony smell!
What's the point of having it if we're not going to use it?
Is this way? Yeah, just over there. Oh, just be here on Monday. You'll find out.
Well, I thought this was a one-done deal.
I've always had a pretty big forehead my entire life, just big forehead. Hair transplant was not something I thought about too much until I started getting a lot of roles as the villain in movies. And the villains in movies tend to have a little more muscle. So as I gained muscle, I lost more and more hair. Most people that exercise don't realize this, but the more testosterone you have, the less hair you're going to have. As I got further and further into acting, more and more hair fell out. Until one day on a set, they had to put the powdered hair, the fake thickening hair on my head. I was like, oh, okay, now's the time to think about getting my hair done. So while I was in India filming a movie, we wrapped and I decided to stay for an extra few months just to experience the culture and the people. And while I was here, I said, let's find out how much hair transplants are. I Googled, and it is a lot cheaper than in the West. It's a lot cheaper than Turkey. And immediately I was a little on my guard. I'm like, it's cheaper than Turkey, like the hair transplant capital of the world. So I found the best hair clinic near me, HairFree And HairGrow Clinic, went to their office where they showed me videos, photos, and they walked me through the hair transplant process. They use teams, plural, teams of doctors to do your hair transplant. It's not just a nurse practitioner in Turkey doing it by herself and the doctor wanders around and he's like, good. No, they literally have doctors checking on other doctors' work. And then they told me the price and I'm like, that's not real. There's some scam in this. It can't be that affordable. It really was. After that, a few days later, they had me at their clinic getting the hair transplant. They arranged the hotel I was in. They picked me up from the airport. They even got me food. Then after, they sent me back to the airport. The pharmacist took me back to the airport, made sure I got on my plane, and that's as easy as it was. I was a little shocked by how convenient it was. You know, when you're buying something significant like a camera or a phone or a car, whatever it is, you'll spend days or weeks actually researching the product and reviews and all that. And you build up to it. HairFree And HairGrow Clinic removed all the hardships of this. They showed me the reviews. They showed me reviews for other clinics. They showed me the pre-transplant, the post-transplant. Then they walked me through every step of the recovery process with videos. They had doctors checking in on me every couple of weeks, being like, make sure you're doing this, send us photos so we can keep up with your progress. I can't imagine making the process more comfortable and convenient than that. So the big difference between the pre and post hair transplant, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a big difference besides one major moment. So I'm an actor for a living, and I would get on set, you act, and then you run behind the camera, you look at it, and you're like, hey, do I need to change this? Oh, the actor looked at me weird there. Did I do something weird? And you review it. Every time I've done this in the last 10 years, one of the things I'm like, my hairline looks a little weird. And then you go back to acting, and every once in a while that thought comes into your head about hairline instead of the acting moment, which makes you a bad actor. When you're concerned about doing anything else but acting good, you're now a bad actor. And I noticed my insecurity with my hair. I would think about my hair and if it looks good on camera. Since I've gotten the hair transplant, I've done a couple of movies in India and China since then. Not once have I thought about my hair, which makes me a better actor. That's the most tangible example I can give you as to how my life is better. Anybody who has done research on getting a hair transplant, we've heard about Georgia, we've heard about Turkey. We never talk about India. So a solid hair transplant in Turkey, getting 3,000 to 4,000 grafts, is going to cost you about $3,000 US. In India, for the same amount, with teams of doctors looking at, you're looking at half or even less than that for a better quality hair transplant. I got about 2,000 hairs on my hairline and 1,000 on my crown and 2,000 on my hairline. You can't tell I've had a hair transplant. You can't. I'm on set around professional hairstylists and high definition cameras that shoot in 8K. 8K is so big, you could watch it on 4 movie screens at the same time and it still is high definition. I'm around 8K cameras and nobody has said a thing since I've gotten my hair transplant. I wasn't expecting to get a hair transplant in India, but I'm so happy that I found HairFree and HairGrow Clinic to get my hair transplant done.